What up, YouTube? Today, I'm looking at the ultimate showdown. Can Spectre Divide challenge Valorant for the top tag shooter? Let's find out. The tag shooter genre has been on fire lately, with Valorant reigning supreme and setting the standard for competitive gaming, but a new challenger has arrived. Spectre Divide, a game that's been gaining traction and generating a decent amount of buzz in the gaming community. The question on everyone's mind is, can Spectre Divide really take on Valorant? Well, when you look at the numbers, it's clear that Valve has a significant advantage. It has been out for a while, it has a massive player base, and it's got a well-established competitive scene. Not to mention, Riot Games has been constantly updating the game with new content and balancing changes, which has kept the community engaged, excited, all of the above. So, what can Spectre Divide do to compete with that? The answer is, it's gonna have to bring something new and innovative to the table. One major hurdle Spectre faces is its lack of an established player base. Sure, it's got a small dedicated community, but it's tiny compared to Valve's massive following. This means Spectre Divide will have to work hard to attract new players and convince them to stick around. On top of that, Valve's competitive mechanics are tried and tested, and many players have honed their skills over countless hours of gameplay. Spectre's mechanics, on the other hand, are still being refined and tweaked, which could be a turnoff for players who value consistency. Another challenge Spectre Divide faces is the sheer amount of content and resources that Valorant has at its disposal. Riot has deep pockets and a team of experienced developers who have been working on Valve for years. Spectre Divide, on the other hand, is a relatively new game with a smaller team and less resources. This means that it may struggle to keep up with the pace of updates and new content that Valve is able to deliver. Despite these challenges, Spectre Divide has some unique features that set it apart from Valve. For starters, its duality gameplay mechanics are something that could appeal to players who are looking for a different experience. The cel-shaded graphics are impressive to some but a turn off to others. And then there's the community engagement. Spectre's developers are highly active on social media and constantly interacting with players in their Discord, which help build its current following. One of the most interesting aspects of Spectre Divide is its focus on duality. The game's duality system gives each player a second character that they can switch to and from at any time as long as the character is alive, making for some crazy plays, like having one of your specs planting while you watch for flanks with the other, to even having one of your specs healing, granting your other spec the ability to move faster and have a bloodlust vision on enemies. That feature alone could make Spectre Divide a more appealing option for players who are looking for something new. I've been digging through gameplay footage and community feedback, and it's clear that Spectre Divide is still a work in progress. The game has its fair share of bugs, server issues, but the developers are actively addressing these concerns and making changes. What's more, the community is highly engaged and passionate about the game, which could be a major factor in its possible success. From what I've played and seen, Spectre Divide has the potential to be a serious contender in the tag shooter genre. It's got a unique gameplay style, decent graphics, and a dedicated community, but it's still going to have to overcome some major hurdles if it wants to rival Valorant. The question is, can it do it? It's clear that there's a lot at stake. Will Spectre Divide be able to rise to the challenge and take the top spot, or will Valorant continue to reign supreme? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're new here, consider checking out some of my other gaming content. I got a few videos from FPS games to walkthroughs, but thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.